Hello, everybody. You have tuned in to the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance and Cops for Kids, the subsidiary of the Indiana State Police Alliance. I want to thank them for sponsoring the show each and every week. I want to thank Tom Trial. Wave in front of the camera, Tom. Wave in front of the camera this week. Can you put your hand up there? Say hi. There you go. Good job. That's Tom's hand. Put it on the YouTube each and every week, so we thank him for what he does to promote the Indiana State Police Roadshow. Have a person that's been with us a long time, a good friend, Stephanie. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you coming in today and talk to us about Special Olympics, which State Police is very, very much involved with. Our State Police Superintendent Doug Carter is very much backer of the Indiana Special Olympics, and we appreciate you having us and you coming in and talking with us about our upcoming events and things that we've had coming on in the past. So thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for all you do.
Well, and Captain Jill Lees from the Plainfield Police Department. Jill and I have known each other for quite a while, and we appreciate, for a little bit, and we appreciate her being in here today to talk to us about how they're being involved also with Special Olympics and what they've done in the past. So let's get started here. What we're doing. What have we had going on with Special Olympics last couple of months? What's happened, Stephanie?
All kinds of things. We had our largest summer games ever, which is our largest competition of the year. And 2016 brought over 2,700 athletes to Terre Haute.
Is that right? And that's all Indiana athletes?
All Indiana athletes. Yep.
Wow. 2,700.
We have 12,000 in the state, and 2,700 of those 12,000 competed.
Wow.
In June.
And that's all free of charge, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
All the programs that we do that are fundraisers, that's how we pay for the sports to happen for the athletes.
So everything that we're going to talk about here in a little bit, and fundraisers and what we do and what other people do and other departments, everything all goes to this so they can come in and compete.
Exactly. Yep.
Now, how long was the competition? How many days, hours? How did that
Friday
work?
to Sunday.
Okay.
Friday and Saturday are full days, wrapped up with ceremonies and things in the evening, and then Sunday's about a half a day. So just enough time to travel home, but it's a full weekend.
So is this like a Olympic? Is it
Oh,
torch
absolutely.
come in? Is there a cauldron?
Absolutely, yes. So the law enforcement officers carry the torch, and we invited community members in this year also. The officers did. And they will run the torch actually through southern Indiana, and then brought that into the games, onto the track, and lit that in our Olympic village, our Olympic town we call it, and lit the cauldron there, and then brought it to our opening ceremonies, where that's the official start of the games. And it's when the officer and athlete of the year, which are awards we give out, they light the big cauldron at the ceremony.
That's wow. So you do this on Friday night?
Friday night, yep.
Do the games actually start on Friday night, or do they start Saturday?
They start Friday morning.
Okay.
So very similar to the Olympics that you see on television happening right now as we're taping.
Right,
they actually have some competition before the opening ceremonies.
So what kind of ceremonies do you look at over there? Is everything outside, or are there inside events, both, or how does that work out? Really?
Yeah. We're on the campus of ISU, and we...
Indiana State University.
Indiana State University, yes. We almost take up the whole campus there. All the beds, all the eating quarters, all of the competitions, every field we can find just about, which is a great venue. They're very supportive, a lot of great help there. And then we're at Rose Holman for swimming, and we have some athletes that stay there. And then we also are a couple other parks and things in Terre Haute.
Well, I'm sure Terre Haute just welcomes you guys with open arms, because you've got family, grandparents, everybody coming in to watch these athletes.
Absolutely.
That's got to be a great economic boost to that city.
Yes. I've been told numerous times that we're the second largest thing all year, every year in Terre Haute. Folks even from a couple cities outside of Terre Haute, I've talked with them as I've gone through stores or convenience stores or things, getting gas on the way home, and they know that the athletes have come through and they look forward to it every year. So very, very welcoming. That's
great to hear. So with all the events going on, the swimming, you said you had bowling? Is that bowling?
Swimming, bowling, powerlifting, volleyball, track and field. We have track and field skills competitions for maybe those who can't run. We have horseshoes. I think I said aquatics already, maybe. Bocce ball.
Wow.
A lot of things happening.
So where's the bowling held at? Is there a place on campus?
There are 2 different bowling alleys in Terre Haute that we utilize.
Okay, good. So this goes, are the medals handed out after each event? Is that wait till the last, or how does that work?
It depends on the sport. It depends how the sports competition is laid out.
Okay.
But once they've competed, and then they are presented with medals or ribbons, depending on how they've placed. And a lot of times the officers actually come out and present those. And I know you guys know some people who did that this year.
Well, yeah, and we were talking to Jill, one of the officers from the Plainfield Police Department, went over there and handed out medals. Is that correct?
That is correct. Plainfield Police Department has always been a great supporter of the torch run when they used to run to Terre Haute, and also to pass out the medals at the events. So for the past few years, Lieutenant Gary Tanner from the Plainfield Police Department has gladly volunteered to go to Terre Haute and help pass out medals. And I can't even express to you how happy he is when he comes back. He looks forward to that every year, and he really gets a lot out of it because it's just such a gratifying thing to give these athletes the medals. So we really enjoy doing that.
Well, I think when I've worked some of the Tippecop events and things and been with the athletes, they do more for us than we do for them. They're just so appreciative and wonderful people, and good people to be around. That anytime you interact with them, you just get picked up by that.
Absolutely. Just, in all the years that we've helped out with Tippecop as well and all the Special Olympics, we've really created a bond with some of these athletes, and with some, we have an officer actually whose daughter has Down syndrome, and she is amazing when she comes out to work the Tippecop events. Yeah. We actually gave her a departmental award a couple years ago, and she really knows how to get money out of people at Red Robin, let me tell you. So it kind of hits close to home to us with one of our own, and she's a former athlete from the Special Olympics, so our department supports the effort wholeheartedly.
Well, I know I've seen the effort and the concentration that they put into their events and what they do, and they are so proud, very justified of what they do and how hard they work. And there's a lot of work that is involved with that and how they do it. And they are more than happy to explain to you what they do. And it is very gratifying to be around them and to hear what they do. So we've got some Tippecop events coming up in Indiana. I know it involves Plainfield PD and our department also. Yes. Talk a little bit about that, Stephanie, what we got going on and when and where they're going to be at.
Okay. Well, we have a national partnership, the Law Enforcement Torch Run and Red Robin, and officers from around the entire country will be spending the day on Saturday, October 22nd this year. It's October 22nd at all of the Red Robins, nationwide, but mainly here in Indiana is what we're looking at, and what the audience is. And we have 12 this year, which is really exciting because we got a new Red Robin in Indiana. And of course, they're such a great partner. They've welcomed us right in. So I'll kind of list off here who we've got. And I'm going to say the police departments as well that take care of those Red Robins, because I think it's really important that we thank all the departments who are part of this and make this happen. Tippecop annually raises over between $35,000 and $40,000 for Special Olympics Indiana, different Tippecops that we do. So it's really important, and the more we build on that, the more we have coming in to let the additional sports and additional athletes participate. So we'd like to invite everyone to come out on October 22nd to the Red Robins in Schererville, Indiana, Hobart, Maryville, it's right there on the line, Valparaiso, Plainfield, Carmel at Clay Terrace, Carmel at Michigan Road, Noblesville, Fort Wayne, Mishawaka, Evansville, Castleton, and our new location in Bloomington. And we will have officers at all those locations, which include multiple districts of the Indiana State Police, covering multiple of those. Schererville Police takes care of the Schererville location. Porter County Sheriff's Office takes care of the Valparaiso. And of course, Plainfield takes care of the Plainfield location. And we're not quite sure who's covering Castleton, but we have a few interested departments. So we will have someone new coming on board with that.
And if people don't know, we'll talk a little bit now about the Tippecop event. It's fun for us and for the athletes also, because most of the time there are athletes there helping us.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Unless they have practice.
Yeah.
Then we pretty much have athletes there, yeah.
But generally we'll have them coming in and out. And there's like two different schedules, and I mean 2 different times. That
Yes. So we've got basically lunchtime shift, which is 11 to 3, and then we've got dinner, which is 4 to 8, and that's when we'll have officers there and most likely athletes.
Yeah, and they Brett Robin always bends over backwards to help us out, but officers will be in there to just explain what we're doing, how we're helping out Special Olympics, and to offer up for the patrons to donate if they would like, and to speak with the patrons that are in there and let them know what we're all about, and the athletes. But the best part about it, I think, is just the interaction with us, the public, with the police officers, because we don't interact a lot of times like that. Generally, we're standing outside your window or at your house or somebody like that, and the interaction can be a little negative. But with this, it's totally positive, and I think the best time I've ever had there. You, Jill?
Absolutely. We've worked it several years, and our officers enjoy working the event. We also have a lot of great interaction with our citizens. And, I'm sure you've been involved with many fundraisers over the years where you kind of feel either bad about asking for money or you feel like you're not getting a lot of money.
Right.
But this event, for some reason, it's like people just give. They open their wallets, they give. We've never been first in the state in regards to how much money we've raised, but we've always been like second or third.
Yeah.
And, it's just amazing to me. I guess I'm always in surprise of, well, this is great. People are very familiar with Special Olympics. They want to give that money, to support that. So it's really easy for us. It makes our job easy, and it makes us have a great time with the people that are there at the restaurant that day.
Yeah, I know. And with their interaction with the actual athletes and to see where the money's going, and how it's helping them out, I'm sure that makes your job easier too.
Yes, and the officers and the athletes really have a great relationship, kind of like you mentioned, and I think that people really can see that relationship, and that the officers are doing such great work for Special Olympics and allowing these athletes to compete, and I think it just translates into a very fun event and a very fun outing to a restaurant, which is something. Just kind of a different experience for the day.
Absolutely. People go there on purpose that day to purposefully donate for that event, but then the people that just happen to be shopping and eating lunch or dinner, they get on board too, and they have a great time as well with us. And I guess it's always nice for them to see a smile on their face, like you said, for us to interact with the public in a positive light.
And one of the best part about it is the Red Robin food. You can't beat that. Yeah.
I know. It is pretty good. I make my way to a few that day.
That's all right.
But this is not only, if people want to donate also and aren't going to be there, they can donate online to you, right?
Yeah, they can donate online. Our website's soindiana.org, and that's all one word. They can also send a check to our office, and the address is right there on the website. So they're more than welcome to do that.
This is not the only upcoming event that you guys got going on either this year. Talk about some other fundraisers that you're going to be involved with.
Sure. Law enforcement torch run specifically, and I know it says torch run in the title, but we do all kinds of things like Tip-A-Cops, but we also have a bowling event. It's the 3rd year for our Strikes for Special Olympics event, and that's put on by a committee of law enforcement officers, and then myself. Somehow they always get stuck with me. But yeah, it's all law enforcement officers other than me, and basically teams of 4 come out, and they actually get to bowl with a Special Olympics athlete, which is really fun.
Yeah.
And a great experience because bowling is always, every year, one of our top sports as far as participation goes. So the athletes really love it, and they get to come out, and officers are invited to bowl, but also the community is invited to bowl. So we have great support from Lions Club groups, Knights of Columbus groups, even just family friends, someone who came out, 4 siblings, and they came out and bowled. My mom came out with a couple people from work, so really anybody can do that, and it's a $200 minimum donation, but we have online fundraising for that, and so most people actually end up raising more than $200, and that's on November 19th this year.
November 19th,
so
and that's around the state, or is that just Indianapolis?
It's just in Indianapolis right now. It's one location at Woodland Bowl, and it's November 19th. So.
Well, make sure that you pay attention to the event calendar on Indiana State Police, Indiana Special Olympics website. There's a whole lot of information on their website, so go there to find out about the Tip-A-Cop and about the bowling event that's coming up here. So, ladies, we've talked our time out, so I appreciate you both being here, and thanks for coming in, and good luck to us for the Tip-A-Cop this year.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You.
All right. Well, again, you've been listening to the Indiana State Police Roadshow, brought to you by the Indiana State Police Alliance and Cops for Kids, subsidiary of the Indiana State Police Alliance. I want to thank Stephanie Manor from Special Olympics for being here, and Captain Jill Lees from the Plainfield Police Department. We're going to be involved very heavily with the Typical program at the put on by Special Olympics. So go out and sponsor these people and make sure that you have a good meal. We'll talk to you again next week. Thanks for listening to The Roadshow. The Roadshow is out.